Tonight we've got updates on 3i Atlas, and maybe our best shot yet to clearly see the third interstellar object ever detected passing through our solar system.
Right now, a fleet of NASA spacecraft are turning their attention to an unusual object speeding through our solar system. NASA-funded telescopes have their eyes on the sky all the time, and first spotted this object back in July. It's a comet, now named 3i Atlas, and it's only the third object ever confirmed to have come from interstellar space. In case you are wondering, this comet does not pose any threat to Earth, but it does give scientists a rare chance to study something from beyond our solar system. So, what are we doing? In addition to ground-based studies, NASA space telescopes like Hubble, Webb, and SphereX have made unique observations, and scientists are poring over the data. Soon, though, the comet's path will take it past even more of our robotic explorers. Next, it's heading towards Mars. It will be closest on October 3rd, and spacecraft in orbit and on the surface will try to catch a glimpse. After that, it's on toward Jupiter. What will our spacecraft see? We'll soon find out.
On October 4th, 2025, NASA's Perseverance rover captured something completely unexpected. One of its navigation cameras, normally used just to steer across the rugged Martian terrain, spotted a thin, glowing streak cutting through the crimson sky above Jezero Crater. It wasn't a glitch or a shooting star. It was the interstellar comet 3i Atlas, blazing past Mars in a rare cosmic encounter. This wasn't supposed to happen. The navcam isn't built for stargazing. It's a utility camera meant to help the rover navigate rocks, slopes, and sand. Yet on that night, it recorded an image so striking that NASA featured it as their image of the week. The streak looks eerily perfect. Long, smooth, and symmetrical, almost like something designed, not natural. But here's where things get weird. The navcam isn't meant to photograph distant objects. At the comet's distance, roughly 38 million kilometers from Mars, each pixel in that photo spans about 12,000 kilometers of space. That means the glowing stripe appears nearly 50,000 kilometers long, far larger than anything physically possible. Earlier data from NASA's SphereX mission estimated the comet's real size at no more than 46 kilometers, assuming it reflects only a tiny fraction of sunlight. That's nearly 1,000 times smaller than what Perseverance's image seems to show. If 3i Atlas really were a 50,000 kilometer long cylinder, it would have looked massive in Hubble's July 2025 snapshots, stretching across nearly 23 arc-seconds of the sky. Atlas has been full of surprises. We've only seen a handful of blurry shots showing what looks like a faint tail starting to form. There are unusual chemical signatures too. It's producing way more nickel than iron, and scientists don't really know why. But that's not what Hubble saw. Instead, it appeared as nothing more than a tiny, unresolved dot of light. That instantly ruled out the idea of a colossal structure. Whatever Perseverance saw, it wasn't real. At least not physically. The most logical explanation: motion blur. To capture something as faint and distant as an interstellar comet from Mars, Perseverance's imaging team had to stack hundreds of short exposures over several minutes. During that time, 3i Atlas drifted slightly across the Martian sky. The result? A stretched out streak that looked like a glowing line slicing through space. While that image caused a storm on social media, the clearest version so far comes from a dedicated space enthusiast who processed the original Mastcam data. The link's in the description if you want to check it out. And this wasn't just a one-camera show. Multiple orbiters, including the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, locked their instruments on the same region of sky that night. For a few incredible hours, 3i Atlas became one of the most watched interstellar visitors in human history, seen simultaneously from both the Martian surface and orbit. But the real image that could finally end the size debate is coming from MRO's high-rise camera, capable of 30 km per pixel resolution, more than 400 times sharper than Perseverance's navcam. When that data drops, we'll finally know how big or small this mysterious visitor truly is. Ironically, Just as the world needs answers most, NASA's official updates have gone dark, silenced by a government shutdown right in the middle of an interstellar flyby. For researchers eager to track what could be the most mysterious object ever spotted in our solar system, the timing couldn't be worse or more suspicious. Speculation is exploding online. Some scientists argue that 3I Atlas is simply a hyperactive comet behaving in ways never seen before. These are icy rocks in our cosmic backyard. The question is whether similar ones form around other stars, and if so, what surprises they might bring. Interestingly, 3I Atlas follows a trajectory perfectly aligned with the plane of our planets, something that can't be easily explained by normal observations alone. Others whisper more daring possibilities, that it could be a probe, a fragment of alien technology, or something far stranger. Astrophysicist Avi Loeb has even suggested the object might have artificial origins, claiming it could be on a mission to release many probes that could invade Earth. While none of these theories have proof, the communication blackout certainly isn't helping calm anyone's imagination. But then came a new clue. On October 2nd, Perseverance captured another faint, slanted streak gliding across Mars's sky. One that didn't match the motion of stars or the planet's rotation. This wasn't a glitch or a dust hit, it was real movement. And when the data was cross-checked, everything pointed toward 3I Atlas itself. Credit goes to Drew, a sharp-eyed observer whose viral post brought the discovery into focus. Early analyses suggest the object could be at least 5 kilometers wide, maybe more, but it doesn't have the blazing tail we expect from typical comets. Instead, it's surrounded by a vast, ghostly halo of ionized gas and dust. And then, things got even wilder. Around September 25th, a massive coronal mass ejection, a violent burst from the sun, slammed directly into 3I Atlas. That impact may have triggered its strange glow and sudden speed up, now racing past 60 kilometers per second and climbing towards 68 as it nears its closest approach to the sun. That solar blast might have energized or ionized the space around the comet, but surprisingly, follow-up images from September 27th and October 2nd showed no dramatic breakup, no sudden flare-up, and no shattered fragments drifting away, just a subtle, steady expansion of its glowing envelope, calm, almost serene. Some of the glow even appears ahead of the object, toward the sun, 10 times longer than it is wide. We don't see that often in comets. Usually, their glow trails behind them, pushed away by the solar wind. That's exactly why NASA's coverage meant so much. In moments like this, when something so rare and fleeting sweeps through our solar system, every update matters. Fortunately, we're not entirely in the dark.